The show program tournament was the most anticipated in recent days. 24 participants, unique numbers that have never been shown to the public, the best and most artistic skaters in Russia. Megasport has not been so full for a long time. All 10,000 tickets have been sold, as the host Dmitry Krustalev announced. Although part of the arena was closed due to an impromptu corner of tears and kisses. The atmosphere before the start of the show is like in the best times of the struggle between Evgenia Medvedeva and Alina Zagitova. There were the most banners in their support, as well as from the fans of Kamila Valieva. There was even a small roll call of the fans. But exactly until all the skaters took to the ice for the general number. To be honest, from the very announcement of the regulations, it was not clear how to compare the numbers with each other. Singles, dance couples, sports duets, they are all so different, and the numbers are appropriate. Is it possible to compare several lyric numbers with each other? Perhaps yes. Is it possible to choose the best of fun and dramatic? Let's leave the question open. But it seems to me that these are not quite compatible things. And who are the judges? There were 5 jury members. Nikolai Tsiskridze, Evgeny Marinov, Valentin Yudashkin, Alla Sigalova and Boris Eifman. People not from the world of figure skating who had to be judged by the real system adopted in the sport. Tsiskridze admitted that he did not understand how to score points. This should also be noted. The main prizes went not entirely to those whom everyone put in the top 3 the day before. Did you expect to see Kamila Valieva, Evgenia Medvedeva and Alina Zagitova there? None of them ended up in prizes. Although the rooms were good. Valieva has shamanic motifs with a drum, Medvedeva has a reference to the 2018 Olympics and won silver, Zagitova has the image of Marilyn Monroe. What follows is even more interesting. Matvey Vedlagin made a super number, where he reincarnated first as Alina Zagitova in Don Quixote, then as Lizaveta Tamasheva and her Toxic, then as Evgeny Plushenko with his Sex Bomb, and, finally, as Alexei Yagudin and his Zima. Matvey even learned the step sequence from the famous program of the Olympic champion, but the judges did not appreciate the number. Just like the football played by Anastasia Messina Alexander Galyamov, where Nastya was the ball at the beginning. The Little Prince by Mark Kondratyuk also remained without much attention. Although there was props, an idea and preparation. Evgeny Semenenko this time skated not to K-pop, but to the music of a Chinese group. They put on a special choreography for him, sewed a cool suit, made a doll with which he skated a number. Guess if this number won something. Pyotr Gumenik rolled the piano onto the ice, showed Bolero, and played a piece of it. Maker Ignatov reincarnated as Ivan Vasilievich from the movie Ivan Vasilievich Changes Profession. But the judges were not in the mood for fun, only lyrical numbers won. Anna Shcherbakova took 3rd place with a performance to the music from 17 Moments of Spring. Victoria Sinisina and Nikita Kasalapov are the 2nd with a cover of My Way, and a good idea with an operation that ends successfully. Alexei Yagudin has a tragicomedy. The lyrical song Namikurt Pa and cheerful choreography seasoned with a triple toe loop. These numbers, of course, are new, but very much in the style of the performers. We know that Anna Shcherbakova and Victoria Sinisina and Nikita Kasalapov make lyrical numbers. Alexei Yagudin had an excellent program under How Young We Were. But were today's performances the best? And why was there not a single skater with a more fun program in the top 3? Probably, the point is just in comparing rooms that are completely different in mood. To do this, as already discussed, is almost impossible. It is more difficult to include some kind of super cool choreography in its classical sense in fun productions, on Fire. But do they become less quality because of this? Composition and presentation do not suffer from this, they are in any program. Namely, according to these criteria, the judges evaluated the skaters. The show program tournament was just a test of the pen. Do you remember the Channel 1 Cup 3 years ago? Everything did not go perfectly, but it was memorable. Further, it was only possible to improve the format and develop. In the last 2 years, interest has subsided a little, but this does not mean that there is nowhere to improve. Likewise here. The format with judging by the non-figure skating jury turned out to be incomprehensible to the audience. They kept whistling or shouting, and sometimes even asked to change the judges. And it's cool, you definitely won't see this at regular competitions. But if the tournament takes root, it needs to be improved. Anastasia Messina Alexander Galyamov, for example, prepared a lot, made cool props and took on a hype theme. But the judges did not appreciate this format, the audience did not understand the points given, Sasha was clearly upset. Something is wrong here. There were also consolation awards, the audience award and prizes from the jury. But again, not everyone got them, and the same Matvey Vedlagin, Zhenya Semenenko and Nastya Messina Sasha Galyamov should be a little offended. If you just look at the numbers without reference to the ratings, it turned out really cool. Absolutely new productions from popular skaters, it's always catchy. But it is possible to distribute athletes among departments more evenly. It does not matter here whether you are an Olympic champion or not. Your position is important. Lyrical and funny numbers could also be mixed. And so most of the programs in the second part turned out to be dramatic. There are many options for improvement. Will the organizers take into account the points of growth? Will they continue to organize such a tournament? The audience seems to have gone. Skaters, too, you can only give them a little more time to prepare.